what I'd like to show is that I can cut any line I want for as long as I have a straight edge to slide that on. And in this case, I'll just demonstrate that I can go from 1/4 inch to half, 3/4, 1 inch, 1 1/8 inches. Reason for 1 1/8 inches is you'll have rim boards and some materials that are 1 1/8 inches, so that's that 1/8 that we like to get. But from there we'll move up and we'll slide 1/4 inch clear to 5 3/4, and I'll quickly go through that here. 1 1/4 inches, 1 3/4 inches, 2 inches, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/4, 3 inches, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, 4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 3/4, 5, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, and 5 3/4. What you have there is I've got 1/4 inch clear up to 5 3/4, including 1 1/8 inches, which is relevant because there is OSB that is made 1 1/8 inches wide, and typically we'll use that on rim board and other places. So having this ability to slide at in anything that goes up to 5 3/4 and 1/4 inch increments is extremely helpful. This is the industry square that's been used for 40 years, and it doesn't have the slide features that the KiXX square has. It has some tiny little notches in here. We'll give it credit for that, but they're very, very difficult and awkward to use, and to even keep your pencil engaged in that little hole or whatever you're trying to get done with that is so difficult. You're chasing around and you don't know for sure which one of these notches belongs to the dimension up here on the top. It does have the dimension, but you know, to go to 2 1/4, I'm going to be a minute trying to figure out which one is 2 1/4 and keep my eye on it. And then of course hold in really tight. They're tiny little marks. Hold in really tight. You can get that. If I'm going 2 1/4 here, I'm right there, 2 1/4, I'm done. And I can see it right there. It's 2 1/4. It's a very definite 2, 2 1/2, 1 1/2. 1 1/2 is used very often. Like if I wanted to take a notch out of this at 5 1/2 notch, if I wanted to eliminate that, I barely got that done. Helpful. So in this case, I'll do a 1 foot notch at 3 3/4. Let me flip this over so we have a clear surface. I'll go for just because of these lines, I'll go somewhere in the middle. We'll go 4 inches for this sake. So 4 inches and 12 inch notch, 12 feet, or yeah, 12 inch foot. And because of the lines, of course, I'm going to pick that line. So there is a 4 inch by 12 inch notch that we got reasonably simple with using the KiXX square, because of the ability for that to slide out at 4 inches or at anything in the 1/4 inch increments from 1/4 to 5 3/4. Where we have an L block in an end or a corner of a building, and we have to install a fire block or a complete piece of material, wood material that seals that cavity. Happens a lot. So in this case, I'll cut that block. We'll go 14 1/2 inches is the length of the block, and then with the KiXX square out, we go for 1 1/2 inches and 5 1/2, and that's my piece to cut. Instantly, I have that in just a matter of seconds. So what we have now is a block with a 1 1/2 by 5 1/2 notch that allows us to bring in an intersecting 2x at that level, and you have that, and you can get that extremely quick with this tool, because it has a 5 1/2 notch away, and it has the ability to slide 1 1/2 extremely effectively. pencil gets wedged into that diamond notch, and it can't get out no matter what if you keep that in there. Unlike the other tools that are close to this, they don't have that ability, that it binds them in to the slot.